Hey everyone, Gerry Brown here on the Groove Don't Lie podcast. Get ready for episode number 2 with the lovely Gina Kronstadt. Here on the Groove Don't Lie podcast. Enjoy. If I may say, there could be, I could envision a documentary about you because you were obviously such a badass coming up in school, and you may not have thought about it then, but you were grateful and you had your spirituality was just guiding you. And now to come to this point where it's like, there's something that's physical, and as you didn't freak out,
No,
but you realized that, oh, okay, I need to go in another direction, and that you've done that. Well, I would think that a lot of people would not be able to do that. Just kind of, going downhill and things like that. But no, you uplifted. You went up. It's like, okay,
thank you.
there's another opportunity. There's another door. You did not close yourself off.
Absolutely true. And I think the reason that is because going back to when I was a tiny child, I love music. I love music.
Music.
Right?
Right.
Okay. But um, I just love music. And I had a choice to let this thing um, take my joy away, or do I use that? I almost feel like it's a positive in a way because I feel like I've grown in other ways. I think spiritually, I've grown. I think musically, I've grown. Um, yeah, because I had the choice of being destroyed or, like you said, going up. So I chose the positive route.
That has a lot to do with your spiritual background, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's meditation or whatever.
Yeah.
It's obviously very, very strong. And you've been on this journey. You've seen, these lessons, and you're still moving forward.
Yeah, and I plan on continuing. And I also, excuse me, I'm also, I remain open to like if something wants to if another little door wants to like open over here that I haven't walked through that one yet. I'm open to another door if it opens for me. Oh, that was cute. But um I'm just open to it all. Life, come on.
I mean, I know there are enough things to try and pull you down, but it's like I don't want to go. I don't want to go that route. So with the the new music that you're writing, you're producing,
Yeah.
where does how's that? Obviously, that's feeling mighty good.
How is what?
That obviously that's feeling really good. Might you possibly go, do some touring behind that?
Well, if I was asked to tour, I would go in a heartbeat. The only major tour I was ever on, which was not totally comfortable, but was I sang background vocals with Philip Bailey in 1985. And that's the only like major tour I was ever on. But if somebody offered a tour, I would go in a heartbeat. But
I I'm just hearing, because I did download some of uh, your most recent material. It's like she should be, Gina should be on like that, those, those jazz festivals and that happen, spring, summer, wherever.
yeah,
You would be a great fit.
I would love, love, love to. And I think one thing that I'm not good at is the business end of music. I think I know how to do the creative part. And then when it comes to some of the business stuff, it's like, oh, I just can't. It's hard to do all of it. But if somebody were to offer me that, it's like, when do we leave? You know?
I got my passport.
Yeah, I'm
I'm ready.
ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yo, it's up to date. Oh, yeah, it's got a few years. Huh? Yeah,
Do you still love touring?
not as much.
Yeah. But you guys, have the best of everything with Miss Boss Ross, Miss Diana Ross, right?
I can't, maybe some things could be better, but really, there's really no need to complain.
Yeah,
However, there's not, when I get on stage, there's a thrill, but how do you say this? It's like maybe the other 20 hours during the day
yeah,
that, maybe when I was younger, say,
yeah,
oh yeah, and now being older, not as much fun. But
yeah,
fortunately, there are some very good people, great people on the tour that just like-minded, you know, have a great sense of humor and a spiritual background, and that, particularly with what's going on around us, is very precious.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, some crazy times that we're
yeah. And when we find our people,
when we find out people.
we gotta stay with our people. We gotta hang close to our people. Am I right?
You are absolutely right.
Yeah,
You are absolutely right. Oh, and considering what, I'm going a little bit into the horoscope of all these planets. We're lined up in Aries. And Aries is like the very first sign, and see, this situation hasn't happened in like it's been maybe 2,000 years or something like that. And
yeah.
anyway, yeah, we need a change. So anyway,
No,
I am pursuing another avenue with that's kind of connected with music. Um, so, and I've thought about you on a few of these projects or ideas. So
Whatever it is, I'm there.
that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. And I will just, no one, I don't know if anybody will understand this, but when you held up that album and you talk about liner notes,
It's everything.
I mean, that was, you know, that was everything. It's like you wanted to know who was on there, what studio this was done in, how many days did it take?
Yeah.
That was like a that was like the Bible.
Yeah. I have a I have a excuse me, still the voice thing, but um I have a vinyl collection and it is so precious to me because every one of them, I have like 150, 200, something like that, but I don't know if that's a huge collection, but it's my collection. And every single time I open one up over however many decades I've had that vinyl, I open it up, take the sleeve out, and read everything again. Like with this, it was like I had forgotten that you played on it. It's like, damn, I'm gonna be talking to him soon. That's so cool. Wait, you used to live on Moore Park, right? In Woodman?
Yes, near Moore Park and Woodman. Yes,
You were on Moore Park. Okay.
yes,
Do you remember? I mean, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. Probably the early 90s. You were there then, right?
yes.
Okay. So do you remember who I used to be married to?
Wait a minute.
Oh, good. This is okay. This is a test. Oh, this is so funny. Because you guys were going to work together. And so he and I came over to your place on Moore Park because he was going to give you a book of music or you were going to give him one. And we hung out at your place for a bit.
Okay, okay. So
Brandon Fields.
yes, 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 yes.
I drive past there all the time. I mean, like literally, because I live just a little bit west of there. Every time I drive by, I'm like, Gerry Brown, and then Gerry Brown, Gerry Brown. And this is,
Oh my
35
God.
or something years ago.
Oh my God. Oh,
Isn't that
and
crazy?
that's crazy. And I'm thinking of when you mentioned that, what came up is playing at the Baked Potato,
Oh, probably, yeah.
and God rest his soul, the gentleman who was there during the day, Joe Brown. I don't know if you remember him. He would be there sometimes in the evening and kind of like a doorman or whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, uh, magic times.
Yeah. So you guys worked together quite a bit. You and Brandon, I think. You definitely did some things together. Did you play in his band?
Kind of played in his band, and who else was David Garfield,
Okay,
Creechy,
Creechy.
Creechy,
Who was playing bass? Was it Jimmy Johnson or John Pena?
John Pena.
Yeah. Oof. Let's see who else. Did Walt Fowler play?
Just a couple of times. Just a
Okay.
couple of times. But again, that Fowler family.
I mean, oh, so okay, and this is going back to earlier when my parents went out and got my violin when I was 10 years old. It was from the Fowlers. My first violin was Tom Fowler, bass player, right? And he passed away
Yes.
a few years ago, unfortunately. But um, he had played violin for a bit, and we lived pretty close to the Fowlers. I grew up with those guys. Um, Plus studying theory with Bill, but that's where my parents got my first violin, was from the Fowlers. So check out, that's quite a connection. Isn't that amazing?
Um, was there anybody else there in Salt Lake at that time?
Well, oh, when I was 10 or or in
What
college,
at any time before
came to
you
LA.
made yeah, you came to LA.
Well, some of the people that came from other places, I don't know if you know who Tim May is. He was a major session guitarist.
I heard the name. I
Yeah,
did
so
not know
he
him.
came from, I think, Cleveland. I crazy if I'm right, and remember that Tim May, a great guitar player. Um, oh man, there was a guy named George Souza. Uh, oh man, there were so many people, and I'm like spacing on those guys, so I hope they forgive me. But the Fowlers were like kind of the cornerstone in the city of like the the jazz geniuses, starting with Bill at the top, and the mom B Fowler was so cool. And then from Bruce, I since I'm, they were Bruce, Tom, and Walt all played with Zappa. Like Walt was playing with Zappa when he was like 18 or 19 years old. Yeah.
Incredible.
And then there's Steve Fowler and Ed Fowler. So I grew up with like the geniuses. They were like, and I think that family has, I just have such deep feelings for them. And um, yeah. And my first band I had when I moved to LA, before I was making a living in the business. So had just turned 21, and I put this band together, and it was both Walt Fowler and Tom Fowler were in my band, along with Mike Miller. Did you ever
Mike
know who
Miller,
Mike?
yes, I did. Yes,
Okay,
yeah, he's no longer
and
with us.
right.
Right now.
And Mike was in my band. Mike was in Salt Lake as well for a while. He came to Salt Lake. Um, So those guys were in my band. Drummer was Sinclair Lott. I don't know if you know
I
Sinclair.
know, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it was really a great band. I was singing and playing violin, and we were doing all my music. And we were rehearsing in my little apartment in Pasadena. And we had just gotten a gig um, in what is that, Woodland Hills or something? I don't remember
Hmm.
what the venue was at the time, because again, it's a long time ago. So I had taken it, but then I think maybe it was the Lalo Schifrin call from the service, and I started feeling like, I had already started doing, I think, or records were going to start soon or something, and I just started feeling like I needed to choose between the singer-songwriter version of me or the violin session player. And um, I didn't feel like I could do both of them on the level that they needed to be done. And so by the time I was 22, I made the choice to be the session player. Even though I continued writing, I started writing like when I was, 19. But but I decided to be a session player and let the band thing go until kind of, like 13 years ago, I started doing some gigs every now and then.
That was a wise decision.
Yeah, I mean, well, sometimes I wonder though. I mean, I wonder, yes, has been an amazing violin career, but sometimes I wonder what would have happened had I kept the band together when I was 21 and kept doing that. That could have maybe worked out too. But no regrets.
As long as there are no regrets.
No
That's
regrets. You know that song, right?
yes, yes.
Although you found somebody new, no regret. Yeah.
By the way, you know, just thinking of, people say, oh yeah, man, New York and Detroit, and Chicago and Memphis and Nashville and Houston. But you don't hear too many people talk about Salt Lake City. But I'll say, like in Philadelphia, y'all had it going on.
We did. And during the college years, we we played the Monterey Jazz Festival. As a college band, we did some little tours, and we played the Monterey Jazz Festival one year. We came out to LA and played, do you remember Dante's, the jazz
Yes,
club on
I do.
Lancashire?
Yes, I do.
We played Dante's. That was a cool place.
Yes, it was.
We played McCormick Place in Chicago. And I was Oliver Nelson's concert master when I was like 19. No, I was probably 20, when I was 20 years old at the Kennedy Center. We were playing a piece by Oliver called the Kennedy Dream, I think. I think that's what it was called. And it was like a little orchestra. And I was put in the concert master chair. And there were all these great players from DC, right? And I'm just this college kid. And they were so welcoming to me. And I did, I thought it was weird that I was being put in the first chair a little bit, but it went well. And everybody was really cool to me. So that's another thing that it's like, how did that even happen? And to have like Oliver Nelson literally like right there and working with him so closely.
That has everything to do with your vibration and
Mm.
frequency.
Thank you.
That does.
Thank you.
I recognize that.
Thank you. I know you do.
Yeah,
Takes one to know one.
that's vibration and frequency. You were, people saying now, oh yeah, yeah, you have to get in alignment. You have to get in alignment. Well, your story is that, yeah, you've been aligned for a long time.
I think since the beginning.
From the beginning, you were in alignment
Yeah.
and you were surrounded by people who were in alignment, and you were being led. You didn't recognize it, but now looking back,
Yeah.
it's like, man, you were walking a path that very few people, but it's because you were in alignment.
Yeah, and I don't take like I said, I don't take any of it for granted. Um, and I want to stay in alignment too, regardless of everything that's going on around us.
Hey, and as far as that's concerned, we can't control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there you go. Gina, this has
Gerry.
been this has been incredible. I know this will be 2 episodes. I know this, and I will let you know when it comes out so that you can, let your numerous contacts and it's like coming out. But anyway, truly, truly. Mm.
Back at you, man. It's like it's good to see you after 35 years on Moore Park.
Forgot about that.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but that's where we met, was through you and Brandon working together.
It's been quite a ride, but we're still going.
We are still going, and we will continue.
We will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Gina Kronstadt. Gina, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Gerry.
Thank you so much. Hey everyone, Gerry Brown here, and we want to thank Miss Gina Kronstadt for appearing on the podcast. Incredible journey, impactful, compelling. Gina, you always have an invitation. Invitation is open for you at any time on the Groove Don't Lie podcast. Everyone, hope to see you all soon.